Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the week 10 video. I got a lot of stuff be in this video, just mainly because it's last week and people are fighting for the last few spots into the top 8 to get in playoffs. So I'm going to talk about that a little more towards the end of this video. So stay around and it should be a pretty good video. But right now, let's get into the week 10 recap. So I won against Rex Zone 128.7 points to his 73.9 points. I had Aaron Jones with 27.3 points, and he had Garoppolo with 16.9 points. I'm really surprised. I really thought Garoppolo would get more points than that. Uh, but the Seahawks and 49ers game, there's just a lot of turnovers. So I don't really think he had a good chance to get more points. Same with Russell Wilson. I think he could have got more points too. But just um, the interception at the end, kind of at the end, mean they won, but and those turnovers was costly for the game and for players to get more points. But the defenses were pretty good. So. Then we had T-Zone winning against Dunder Mifflin, 142.1 points to Dunder Mifflin's 71.2 points. T-Zone had Michael Thomas with 28.2 points, and Dunder Mifflin had Derek Carr with 22.2 points. I'm kind of surprised that Michael Thomas got 28.2 points because New Orleans lost against the freaking Falcons. I mean, that sucks. I didn't see that one coming. So I was really surprised that he was able to get that many points out of Michael Thomas. Then we had Trucks winning a close game. This is the closest game of the week. 117.5 points to Legendary's 116.8 points. Trucks had Russell Wilson with 22.5 points. And Legendary had the Pittsburgh defense slash special teams with 26 points. The 49ers field goal kicker, if he would have made that field goal towards the end of or in OT, it would have finished the game, and Russell Wilson would not have been able to score more points, and Legendary would have won. So, I mean, Trucks got really lucky this week with that kind of matchup, and 49ers and Seahawks game did not disappoint. It was a really, really good game, I thought. I don't know if anybody else watched it, but it was a great Monday night football game. Next matchup, we had Team Greece winning against Khalil, 133.4 points to Khalil's 88.6 points. Team Greece had Christian Kirk, I want to say, 37.8 points, and Khalil had Kirk Cousins with 32.5 points. Next matchup, we had Triple D winning 175.2 points to Roll Tide's 120.3 points. Triple D, Patrick Mahomes, 56.1 points. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm tired. Um, I didn't even think Patrick Mahomes was going to come back this week. I was thinking probably next week, but yet again, Triple D is taking that spot high up there with the high scoring with McCaffrey and Mahomes. Those two together, it's a good duo. And Roll Tide had Winston with 34.8 points. Next matchup, we had Team Madsen, 114.5 points, winning against Lomaro, 85.8 points. Madsen had Matt Ryan with 25.5 points, and Slomaro had Hoyer, quarterback for the Colts, Villain Brissett with 17.9 points. Last matchup, we had Tanking winning against Chike City, 171.6 points to Chike City's 162.4 points. Tanking had Dak Prescott with 50.2 points, and Chike City had Murray with 44.7 points. So overall, pretty good week for scores. Most of them weren't close, so yeah. So let's go into standings. In the North, we got me clinching first, 7-3 with 1,376.8 points. In second, we got T Zone 6-4 with 1,303.1 points. In third, we got Roll Tide 5-5 with 1,276.3 points. In fourth, we got Legendary 5-5, 1,207.3 points. In fifth, we got Team Madsen 5-5, 1,235.5 points. In sixth, Tanking 4-6, 1,369.8 points. In seventh, Khalil 2-8, 1,109.5 points. And in the South, clinching first, meaning he clinched a week ago, but Team Greece 9-1 with 1,495.5 points. In second, and also with the most points scored, Triple D 7-3 with 1,504.8 points. First team to break that 1,500 barrier. Pretty impressive. In third, we got Chike City 6-4 with 1,252.7 points. In fourth, we got Trucks 6-4 with 1,208.9 points. In fifth, we got Rex Zone 4-6 with 1,302.7 points. In sixth, we got Dunder Mifflin with 1,284.4 points. And seventh, we got Slowmaro with 2-8 with 1,129.6 points. Now, moving on to if the playoffs started today. In first place, we have Team Greece, and he would go up against an 8th seed, which would be Legendary. Both of them did not change from last week. On the same side of the bracket, we would have number 5, Chike City, who went down 2 spots since last week, going up against number 4th spot, T-Zone, going up 1 spot since last week. And on the other side of the bracket, we have 6 versus 3. In 6th place, we have Trucks, who went up 1 spot since last week. And third, we have Triple D going up 1 spot. And in the 7th and 2 spot, 7th, we got Roll Tide going down 1 spot. And 2nd place, we got myself, who did not move since last week. And on the bubble, these are teams that still really have a chance to make it, even though it's pretty slim. Number 9, Madsen, who went up 1 spot since last week. Number 10, Tanking, going up 1 spot. And 11th, Rex Zone going down 2 spots. And out, we got 12th, Dunder Mifflin, 13th, Khalil, and 14th, Slowmaro. Now moving on to the Week 10 awards. Week 4. Crazy son of a bitch. Top scorer goes to Triple D with scoring 175.2 points. The Underdog Award will go to myself. I was not supposed to win, and I did. So, cool. Player with the most points goes to Triple D with Patrick Mahomes, who scored 56.1 points. And the special trophy point goes to the best wide receiver, goes to Team Greece with Christian Kirk, who scored 37.8 points. The T-Bag Award and Bench Champ Award will go to Dunder Mifflin. He lost by 70.9 points, as well as left 53.2 points on the bench. Even though if he played that, he still would not have won, so, oh well. I don't think he would have got the T-Bag Award, though, so... So the trophy point standings. Remember, this will be the last week for week 11 for the trophy points. So after that week, this next week, we will have a winner. And in first place, we got Triple D with 13 points. Tied for second, we got Grease and Jaybird with 9 points. And fourth, we got T-Zone with 4. And fifth, we got Trucks with 3. Those 5 that I just named off. Even if, let's say, Triple D were to get the 2 worst, the T-Bag and Bench Champ Award, bring him down to 10. And then, say, Trucks would to get the full 7 points, it could bring him up to a tie. 5, 6, 7, yeah, up to a tie with Triple D. So therefore, only these top 5 really have a chance to get that first place, and only first place gets the $70. So in sixth place we got Legendary with 2. In sixth place we got Rex Zone with 2. Tied for eighth we got Slamaro, Team Madsen, and Tanking with 1. Um, tied for 11th, Czech City and Dunder Mifflin at 0. And tied for 13th, we got Khalil and Roll Tide at -2. Just again, those top 5 really only have a chance. But I think Dunder Mifflin's got this locked up because I don't see him getting the bench champ and teabag award. So let's go into the week 11 preview. We have 9-1 Team Greece versus 7-3 Jaybird. The two, I want to say the two best teams. I kind of think Triple D is above me, but we take up the 1 and 2 spot in the playoff rankings. So this is the best matchup of the week, I would say. I don't know. Team Greece is supposed to win by 4 points. It should be a pretty close game. I mean, I don't have Aaron Jones, so I don't have my best running back. So I really don't think I have a chance to win this, but me and players can have bad weeks and stuff. So yeah. We have 5-5 Legendary versus 2-8 Dunder Mifflin. This is a must-win for Legendary to stay in the rankings. Really, him, Roll Tide, Madsen, Tanking, and Rex Zone, they could all make the 7th or 8th spot. Everybody 6th and above have already made the playoffs and have a spot within the playoffs. So the 7th and 8th spot are what is being fought for. And I mean, it's possible for things to change for Rex Zone to scoot up. So this is a really important game for Legendary, but he's supposed to lose by 14.2 points to Dunder Mifflin. So this might be a tough L for Legendary. Then we have Khalil going up against 6-4 Trucks. Khalil is supposed to win by 16.7 points. Trucks has been pulling some wins out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled this win out. But Khalil's supposed to win. So Trucks might go down in the rankings and the playoffs. Who knows? So yeah. This is another game. So pretty much whoever wins this, I believe, gets in the playoffs. Roll Tide, 5-5 versus 4-6 Rex Zone. Roll Tide is supposed to win by 3.8 points. If Rex Zone wins this, then they both go to 5-6. Rex Zone would have the advantage on Roll Tide, with have beaten him, which will kick him up, I think, into the 8th, 7th spot. So yeah, this is an important game for both those teams, and Roll Tide is supposed to win by 3.8 points. So it's gonna be a close one. Then we have 5-5 Team Madsen fighting for a chance in the playoffs against 7-3 Triple D. Triple D is supposed to win by 21.1 points. So Team Madsen, I don't think will be able to pull it off. I'm sorry, Team Madsen, but I think this is where your journey ends. But it was a close chance at making it. Next matchup, we have 4-6 Tanking against 2-8 Slamaro. Tanking is supposed to win by 60.1 points. So there's no way, I say it now, no way that Tanking will lose this matchup. So that will get him up to 5-6. And if Roll Tide loses and say Legendary loses, then Tanking will move up there to 5-6 and probably maybe take that 7th or 8th spot. And in the last one, we got, I think this is a future for the 5-4 matchup. We got 6-4 T-Zone versus 6-4 Czech City. T-Zone is actually supposed to win by 36 points. But I think no matter what happens here, they both stay in the fifth or fourth spot. So it's not much. Uh, I would say it doesn't really matter, but it kind of will lead up to their future matchup, kind of giving them a boost or whatnot, if that makes sense. So yeah, for league news, I know everybody saw me and was kind of asking why I approved that um, trade between Madsen and Roll Tide. Um, don't worry, I looked it over. I looked over for about an hour. I used multiple websites as well as kind of my own thinking, and I listened to announcers and all that stuff. Um, I just wanted to point out that sometimes mean it might not look fair to people, but the people who are trading is looking for the best interest in their own team. Therefore, they think it's a good idea. They should be allowed to do it. Um, so I didn't see anything wrong with it. So yeah. Other than that, the last special trophy point goes to the best defense slash special teams. So that'll be the last special trophy point. And remember, this is last week. So, I mean, whatever happens here, happens. And if you get in playoffs, awesome. If you don't, I'm sorry about that. And hopefully try again next year. Coming back to the league. Also, I think next week will be the last long kind of video, just because in the playoffs I think I did it kind of weekly, but they're really short because I mean there's not much going on. So yeah, um, I think that's all that I have. I just got Disney Plus, so hey, I'm gonna be probably doing that. I won't be here this weekend. I will be where I'm gonna be in Hastings, in Grand Island this weekend for bowling. So I'll be fairly close, and I think they're pretty long days. So if you need something, text me. I'll try to get it to you as quick as possible. I don't know why you would need me since there's no more trading. Um, but yeah, I'll still be looking on the activities, see what's going on around the league. Um, but yeah. All right. Well, good luck to everybody who's trying to make a push into the playoffs and everybody who's trying to stay into the playoffs. It should be a pretty interesting week, and I honestly can't wait until Monday night when everything gets said and done and see what the scores are. So, good luck, everybody. Go Big Red!